Ever dreamed of snagging a piece of land for next to nothing? That dirt cheap plot you've been eyeing online? Hold on a second. If a deal on land seems too good to be true, it almost always is. Today, we are uncovering the 5 biggest traps hidden in those bargain land deals, so you don't end up with a worthless patch of dirt. First up, let's talk about hidden infrastructure costs. You might own the land, but that doesn't mean you can live on it. Bringing utilities to a remote plot can be a financial nightmare. Think about it. You'll need water, electricity, and a sewage system. Getting a well drilled can cost thousands, even tens of thousands of dollars, depending on how deep they have to go. Running power lines from the nearest pole can be shockingly expensive, with utility companies charging by the foot. And don't even get me started on septic systems. If the soil isn't suitable, you might be looking at a complex and very costly engineered system. Suddenly, your cheap land requires a massive cash injection just to be habitable. It is often cheaper to buy a slightly more expensive lot that already has these utilities at the property line. Next, we have legal and zoning nightmares. This is where things get really tangled. Does the property have a clear title? An unclear title means someone else could have a claim to your land, leading to lengthy and expensive legal battles. Then there are easements. An easement gives someone else the right to use a part of your property. It could be a utility company, a neighbor needing access, or even a public trail. This could severely limit where you can build or what you can do with your land. And the biggest hurdle of all? Zoning laws. You might have a beautiful vision for a home, but if the land is zoned for agriculture, conservation, or something else entirely, you might not be allowed to build a residence at all. Some lots are simply unbuildable due to setbacks, size, or local regulations. Now for the invisible dangers. Environmental hazards. What you see on the surface isn't always the whole story. You need to investigate what's underneath. Is the land in a flood zone? A once-in-a-100-year flood could wipe out your entire investment. You can check FEMA flood maps online to see the risk. What about the soil? Poor soil quality, like expansive clay or rock, can make building a foundation incredibly difficult and expensive. A geotechnical survey, which tests the soil stability, is crucial. You could also be dealing with contamination from previous industrial use or illegal dumping. These are serious issues that aren't obvious during a quick walk around, but can render the land unusable and even hazardous. Let's also consider location and future growth, or the lack thereof. A cheap price tag often comes with a terrible location. How's the access? Is it a bumpy, seasonal dirt road that gets washed out every spring? Poor accessibility not only makes life difficult, but also drives down property value and can make it impossible for construction crews or emergency services to reach you. And what about the area's growth prospects? If the surrounding community is stagnant or declining, with no new jobs or development on the horizon, your investment is likely to become a dead-end asset that you struggle to sell later on. Remember the old saying, location, location, location. It's just as true for raw land as it is for a house. So, how do you protect yourself from these traps? It all comes down to one thing: due diligence. Create a checklist and don't skip a single step. First, get a title search and title insurance to ensure the property has a clean legal history. Second, visit the property multiple times, in different weather conditions if possible, and talk to the neighbors. Third, go to the local planning and zoning department. Ask them directly, what can I do with this property? Can I build a house here? Get their answers in writing. Fourth, consult with experts. Hire a real estate lawyer, talk to a local builder about construction costs, and consider paying for a soil test or a full survey. It may seem like a lot, but spending a little money upfront on inspections and professional advice can save you from a catastrophic financial mistake. Buying land can be a fantastic investment and the first step to building your dream, but only if you go into it with your eyes wide open. Don't let the allure of a bargain blind you to the potential pitfalls. Do your homework, trust the experts, and make an informed decision. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more tips on smart investing. See you in the next video.